Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you can all hear me. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present today at the meeting. My name is Barry Allen. I am the Commercial Development Manager for Touch Surgery for the UK and Ireland. What I'd like to talk to you about today is how we hope our technology can enable you to unlock the power of the surgical video that you most likely, in a lot of cases, already record and store in your hospital. So the Touch Surgery platform comes in two flavors. We have a free app, which can be accessed via the QR code here, which offers a number of free surgical simulations, computer generated and computer overlay simulations, many with teaching elements and testing elements to them, which is really beneficial. And in fact, worldwide, there's been over 3.5 million downloads of the product. So a very successful part of the portfolio. But what I'd like to talk to you about today is the Touch Surgery Enterprise platform shown here on the right. This is our cloud-based AI-driven video storage, collaboration and analytics platform. And given the challenges we all face with the delivery and the training side of life at the moment in surgery, we hope this is something that will be of interest to you. I suppose the first question is why develop a platform like this? Well, I guess many of you will know that there's a lot of interest in how surgical video and plan, do, review, self-reflection, how you can use the surgery that you've performed previously to offer insights and help improve the training experience for your trainees, how you can look at your own performance and identify ways you may have done things better. If you choose to adopt a different approach, how you may enhance that and share that with your colleagues and show them how much an improvement, what a benefit you've created by taking a different tact. And so there's a lot of interest in using surgical video, both in the literature and globally. But of course, the challenge comes that accessing and using that video tends to be pretty effort intensive. I think we're all aware of the challenges of having CDs or hard drives or USB sticks to carry data, which isn't necessarily secure or protected, which is obviously a key factor these days with GDPR concerns. And it can be difficult to extract insights when you've got a 4-hour surgery, for example, to really identify that point. And we're all time pressured these days. So the Touch Surgery platform has been designed to offer security in its initial design, a seamless workflow, make it as simple as possible to use, give you accessible insights, and make it as simple and straightforward to collaborate as possible as well. The security aspect, as mentioned, everyone has a right to privacy. It's well established these days. There's a lot of concern over what's being done with my data. So you'll see on the right here in the image, the video inside the patient, inside the left socket port. And we have a patented AI-driven algorithm that when you come out of the trocar, the port, it automatically blurs the imagery of the patient, any staff that are moving about. And indeed, if you think about the wonderful 4K cameras that you get these days, the exceptionally high resolution imaging systems, what you don't want to do is accidentally capture some information that's on a whiteboard at the back of the theatre, for example. And so what this does, this algorithm, is blurs all of that out. The data is then stored in the Amazon web server hosting site that we use. And we have, as you would imagine, is a platform developed in the UK and in Europe. We meet all cloud storage and security concerns. In fact, the platform was rolled out in various sites across the US, Europe, and indeed the furthest afield I've heard so far is New Zealand, where they're using it just now. So yeah, well ready for the questions around compliance and data security. The workflow piece, everyone's busy, every theatre is busy. We don't want to make it challenging or difficult for you to use this platform. So you would, with our technology, record your surgery as normal on your standard camera system. Our computer, the nice box here with the shiny lights in the front, connects to the stack. You have a controller, which I'll show you more of in a second, that you use to set everything in motion, and the data is sent smoothly upstream to the cloud, where it is stored, as mentioned, in your own private surgical area. So each surgeon that records a surgery has their own surgical area, which you can access on both a mobile app, on tablets, or on a website. And when the data is stored in the cloud in this place, you then have the ability to start to analyze, enrich that surgical video that's there, and start to look at new insights and new things that you might take from it, whether it's sharing something interesting with a colleague, whether it's setting a challenge for a trainee to explain to you what they see you having done in your procedure that day. There's lots of opportunity there. And what's also nice is you have the ability to quickly and easily download a video that's free of patient information. So I spoke to a trainee the other day who'd had to sneak into theatres 11 o'clock one night to access a video that he needed for a presentation the next day. And having this data at your fingertips on an app saves that sort of inconvenient, time-consuming approach to accessing your surgical video and data, and it ensures that there's no patient identifiable information on it. Just to show you very quickly how that works and some of the nice features that work with it. So you have a controller that you use. You click start. So it's literally 5 clicks and you're rolling. You choose your surgeon's name. You choose the procedure, and you say yes, I want to go ahead, and you start recording. The video starts recording, and then during the procedure, what we think is really helpful is, rather than having to go back and scroll through the video after the procedure to add annotations and add commentary to it, you can actually, using the controller in theatre, add comments or add points of complication, points of interest. Maybe there was some bleeding, maybe you took a deviation from your standard approach, and you can annotate these, and this will all be found on the video when you then upload it after the case. So you save, upload, and it goes to the cloud. Once it's there, as I mentioned, you can add annotations during surgery. You're also able to add and jump to different steps in the procedure and add detail after the case, from your tablet, from your phone, from the website, etc. And then if you custom tag it, so you may want to say this was a difficult case and tag it as difficult because it's something you want to review with colleagues or review for your own benefit subsequently, then it's easy to search and find in your video library. So very easy, very customizable, very usable platform. I mentioned collaboration. Just to show you, it's not all based in the app. This is a snapshot from my own personal demo page on the website using the web interface. And sharing is very simple. We have a share button and there are multiple options. So you can direct share, so I can send it to one of my colleagues. I can create a secure URL link for the video, and I can start that from the beginning of the video. But what I think is really interesting is the ability to say, we had a leak here, at 2 hours and 15 minutes and 42 seconds into the case. I want to share that with my colleagues and say, look, this is what happened, this is what we did, what else could we have done? Or actually, here's how brilliant it was and how easily I resolved the issue. Whatever way you want to do it, whatever your reason, you can share that timestamp of interest and say, have a look, let's talk about it. So the collaborative aspect should, in theory, be really simple and really useful and hopefully very beneficial to everyone. I've talked a lot about what the platform can do. One of the parts, if you think about the process, the ability to use your surgical video and really try and use data from it to support things like pre-op planning and onboarding, and obviously we talked about performance review, intraoperative events. Having that data is really crucial, and I'm really pleased to say that we're increasingly able to provide analytics that come out from the platform. So this is whereby we break the cases down into defined phases, so different steps in the procedure, and you receive an analytics output that shows you what has happened. Now, taking a slightly closer look, there's a set of lap choles here, and you can see in this, for example, it very easily steps out that one section of the procedure was done out of phase or out of step with the others. You can see the tags here that indicate this was a difficult case. And then if you want to review, you can look at the timestamps, etc., and see how long. And really, the idea here is to give you the ability to use your own surgical video and data, assess your case performance, compare with what you've done before. Maybe it was easier, maybe it was harder, and look at how you can plan and prepare better, give you that power at your fingertips without having to wade through data and video that's perhaps stored centrally on a hard drive or even on a hard drive in the theatre, and a stack that may be being used elsewhere. What's really cool and I think really exciting is that this is just the beginning. So if you imagine we've a growing library of surgeries, we're moving towards the idea of surgical instant replay and really looking to support surgical decisions with this sort of technology. And I'm pleased to be able to show you that it wouldn't be a Medtronic presentation without a mention of Hugo, or robot, obviously, but in collaboration with these different tools that we have at the moment, so the ability to support your learning optimization and the different technologies we have, we're moving towards rapidly in the direction of being able to support risk mitigation in surgery, workflow optimization with a sort of platform, and indeed moving towards critical assistance in identifying tools and identifying structures during a procedure. These are all things that are coming forward over the next few years with the Touch Surgery platform. So a quick overview, guys. I'm happy to try and take questions and answer some if you have any. I hope this was interesting, and we'd be more than happy to talk directly to anyone after the presentation today if they'd be interested in learning more. Thank you, everyone, both for your support throughout the pandemic and also for joining today. And I'll open to questions. Thank you. And this is where I now realise that everyone's on mute, but I need to see if there's any chat.